Visit tcgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your first purchase with TCG Center 5 code. How's it going, guys? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. As always, today we have another deck for the 7th format. It's pretty much one of my favorite decks that I actually run for like 1 year constantly. It's a Darkrai Giratina deck, but I finally managed to get one Salamence-EX on my friend account, so I finally managed to build this deck, and it's just so amazing. I really like it. I really like that Salamence-EX. It's one of the broken. It's one of the most broken cards that I have ever seen in the Pokemon TCG, that's for sure. I mean, I'm playing this game for like 15 years, and I think that the Beastly Fang is one of the strongest attacks, especially for the current meta. I mean, it can be teched in pretty much every deck that actually uses Double Dragon Energies, because with the Double Dragon Energy and Max Elixir, you're able turn 1 to use Beastly Fang for 10, plus 50 more for each of your opponent Pokemon EX in play. It's just amazing, especially if you go second against EX deck. That's just pretty much it. I mean, it's just insane. Against Greninja Break, this card is just gonna be dead, so you can just Ultra Ball it for something else. But against Mirror Match Darkrai, against Volcanion-EX, against Mega Mewtwo, against Mega Caesar, it's too strong. It's too strong because it can one-hit knock out everything, especially Shaymin's. Even with 2 Shaymin's in play, you can go for easy one-hit knock out against Shaymin. That's pretty much it. 180 HP, 2 retreat cost. Of course, weakness on the Fairy, but with Fighting Fairy Belt it can be even more stronger with 220 HP. Pretty much everything else is standard: 2 Darkrays, 2 Giratinas, 1 Hoopa, 1 Baby Yveltal for Oblivion Wing, and 2 copies of Shaymin-EX. The first thing you should probably notice, no single copy of the Flowstone in this build. That's just because I decided to go with 2 copies of Enhanced Hammers and 2 copies of Enhanced Hammers, of course, but also with the 2 copies of Escape Rope. I really like the effect of the Escape Rope, because against Finite Yveltal's Flowstone are not going to help you, but Escape Rope is definitely going to help you a lot, and it will also force your opponent to trade that Finite Yveltal with some of his EXs on the bench, so you can just go for more damage counters, maybe even for 2 price knockout exchange with your Salamence-EX. So definitely I like the idea of 2 copies of Escape Ropes instead of the Flowstone. 2 Enhanced Hammers also will help you to discard any special energies, so I definitely like that. And of course 4 Max Elixirs for that energy acceleration. More than that, running only 1 copy of Super Rod, no special charge, so no chance to recycle back Double Dragon Energies, but I guess we don't need them that often, especially if you can just attack with the Salamence much often. Why I decide to go with only 1 Salamence instead of 2 and with 2 Giratinas, that's because Giratina can actually help me in more matchups, especially against Mega Evolutions with that Reg Engine Pulse. More than that, 4 copies of Trainers Mails, Ultra Balls, and the VE Seekers pretty much as the staple, and I kind of like those combos. From supporter line, I decided to go with 1 copy of Delinquent instead of the Giovanni scheme, because with the Delinquent I can also force my opponent to discard Stadium and 3 cards from his hand, so definitely like that. Hex Maniac to shut down abilities, no Garbodor, so Hex Maniac makes a lot of sense. 1 copy of Lysandre, of course, 2 copies of N as usual, 1 Olympia. 1 Olympia is a very good card for this build because I don't have Flowstone, and once I don't have Escape Rope anymore, I can always be Seeker for Olympia, heal 30 damage from that active Pokemon that will switch down to the bench and switch to my other Pokemon, so I definitely like that. Center Lady, because I can use the advantage healing 60 damage from one of my Pokemon in play and also removing special conditions. Definitely like Center Lady, especially against those Finite Yveltals, because that deck is the most popular deck right now in the standard format. Of course, also Meg Gardevoir will become much more popular because of the Delos Regionals. But yeah, pretty much Center Lady makes a lot of sense because it can kill 6 damage counters even from your benched Shaymin, for example, if you simply can't remove it with Parallel City. Pokemon Ranger, yeah, I play Pokemon Ranger because of the Regis, of course against the Giratina, and of course against Jolteon-EX. I definitely need Pokemon Ranger, so I'm running only basic Pokemon, so I don't have Pokemon who can actually go through every ability. In theory, I could tech 1 Hydreigon, but in my opinion, it just does not make any sense. Especially especially against Jolteon, because if my opponent can find Fighting Fury Belt and Rapsis, I don't need like 5 turns to knock him out, and in that time he can just one-hit knockout, actually 2 or 3 times knockout my Hydreigon-EX, so it really does not make any sense. 4 Professor Sycamores, of course, and then moving on to the Stadium cards, I decided to go, of course, with 2 copies of Pearl City. It can help me to get rid of my damaged DX Pokemon from the bench, it can help me to get rid of my Shaymin and Hoopa, so I can recycle them with the Super Rod and play them again, so I kind of like that combo. And of course, from tool cards, only 3 tools, as you can see. The first is a XP share. I definitely like the idea of the XP share because it can help me to get that 1 extra energy, which can actually be the crucial for the Dark Pulse, or it might be good for Beastly Fang or even for the Chaos Wheel, so I kind of like that idea. And of course 2 copies of Fighting Fury Belt for the 40 HP more and 10 more damage to my Pokemon. The Fighting Fury Belt is attached, and 13 energies in total, 4 of them of course Double Dragon energies and 9 basic darkness energies. So I played for today 3 games. I managed to win 2 of them and lost 1. So at the end, 66% win ratio with this build. In, of course, this live battles that I played, I'm more than happy with the deck. You should definitely enjoy watching the game number 3. The game number 3 was so intense. It was against Volcanion-EX, 25-minute battle. You should definitely check it from the beginning till the end, because you will not regret your time that you actually waste watching that video. So see you in the game. Okay, so let's do this. What a nice top deck that was, a Salamence-EX. So I definitely like that, because in theory I might be able to use that Beastly Fang on my turn 1. So on the other side it's a Shaymin-EX. Shaymin-EX with 110 HP, easy target for the Salamence. With 1 more EX in my opponent, on my opponent bench for example, I can go for 110 with my Salamence, which is just so many damage counters, and it's definitely very powerful. So there is Trainers Mail, 1 Fairy Energy, Fairy Garden, and the N. Okay, so not bad. I'm looking for maybe Max Elixir, Escape Rope, Double Dragon Energy, and I'm kinda happy if I can see that. So he just passes the turn. Alright, so let's first play 1 Ultra Ball for, let's say, Hex Maniac and 1 V Seeker. So I can get not too much. Let's say a Darkrai. Yeah, I guess I'm going with the Darkrai and 1 Max Elixir. So 1 Max Elixir down to my Darkrai. Then I can attach energy from my hand to the Darkrai, but actually I'm gonna play energy from my hand and Sycamore for 7. Who cares? Another Max Elixir and 2 Trainers Mails. So what else I can find here? 1 copy of Fighting Fury Belt. Kinda like that, for sure. So another Trainers Mail for another Professor Sycamore. I guess I can take that. Then I can play Ultra Ball for, let's say, Central Lady and that Darkness Energy. So I can get myself a Shaymin. But before I play Shaymin, of course, I'm gonna play Super Rod to recycle back that energy. Do we want to go with the Max Elixir? Well, let's just try. Another Max Elixir, unfortunately no energy this time, so maybe I could go with the Shaymin before that Max Elixir, but it is how it is. So set up for 5. I can still hit maybe another Max Elixir. So 1 more Giratina and 1 more Max Elixir. This time it's gonna be energy. And yep, if I can strike 1 more Max Elixir, in theory I can knock on my opponent Shaymin, but first I also need my Escape Rope. Well, there is Escape Rope, but no another Max Elixir, so this is gonna be XP share down to my Giratina, and more than that, 1 Dark Pulse turn 1 for 90. So it's a lot of damage counters, I can't complain, 90 in total. In theory, next turn I can go for even more. Let's say with 1 more Max Elixir and Double Dragon Energy for 150. Not gonna be enough for the 1-hit knockout, but it's still gonna be decent damage. So he just decided to play 1 copy of Fairy Drop. So that's interesting. And a Sycamore for 7. Okay, so since he plays Sycamore, he can play Fairy Drop, and 3 energy discarded in this way. And finally, he managed to get Hoopa, so yeah, the game is gonna actually go for a little bit. I guess my best top deck can be Double Dragon Energy, so I can also play Olympia and just try to knock out one of my opponent EXs with my Salamence. But also heal 30 damage, for example, from my Darkrai with Olympia. So, 2 Gardevoirs, Hoopa, and that Shaymin are gonna be 4 EXs for my opponent in play. Of course, he needs that Xerneas for the Geomancy, I guess. So 1 Max Elixir, 1 successfully energy found. Second Max Elixir, probably another energy gonna be found right now. Yep. So 2 energies in a row. That's definitely strong. Third Max Elixir, will there be 3 energies in a row? Yes, that was a 3 of 3, so 100% Max Elixir for my opponent. It was actually like 66% for me, so I managed to strike 2 of 3. If I was able to strike 1 more, his Shaymin would be knocked out, so that was another setup. Of course, he can have that Sky Return if he have another energy, or he can just retreat down to whatever he wants on the bench. But he definitely needs to Sky Return here and promote, for example, Hoopa in the active position. That's probably something that I would do, but on the other side I still have another Escape Rope in my deck, so... Oh, he retreated down to Hoopa, and he passes the turn, so my top deck is going to be just another Darkness energy, so... Thinking about that Sycamore for 7, definitely, and I'm struggling to get that. Oh, Trainers Mail. Trainers Mail 4, another Max Elixir. Is it worth to take that Max Elixir? How many energies in my discard pile? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I guess I can give it a shot. So 1 energy down to Giratina, 1 Max Elixir, and 1 energy down to another Giratina. Well, that's definitely good. On the other side, I can also play my Parallel City, remove 2 Shaymins from play, and then go for 130 down to my opponent Hoopa. And the good thing is that the next turn I can basically create space on the bench if he remove my Pearl City. If he remove my Pearl City with his Fairy Garden from play, putting down my Yveltal baby on the bench for that Oblivion Wing. That's definitely going to be the good thing. Also, since I have 2 Giratinas, I don't need to worry too much about those Mega Gardevoirs because I can just prevent them from being able to attack my Giratina since I have that Regangan Pulse. There we go, speaking about Stadium, there it is, and another Fairy Drop, so he completely healed damage from that Shaymin. And there is 1 more setup. Okay, that's nice. I mean, right now I can go with my Salamence for 310 damage counters. That's gonna be enough for the 1-hit knockout pretty much against any EX that my opponent have, even against Whaler in this situation with the Fighting Fury Belt. Even Whaler with Fighting Fury Belt would not survive that Beastly Fang. So, let's see, I basically need that first Double Dragon Energy. I don't know where's my Double Dragon Energies. So far I managed to go through like 75% of my deck. I was not able to get a single... Okay, that was interesting. A single Double Dragon Energy. So that's definitely not good. Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball for 3 Double Dragon Energies and a Darkrai. And if I go with my Sycamore for 7, I simply need to do that. That means that I will have only 6 cards left, but the good thing is that I can always pay that retreat cost and basically be able to knock on my opponent Hoopa here with my Dark Pulse. Oh, I actually totally forget that there is Fairy Garden in play. So since it's a Fairy Garden, my Double Dragon Energy will be just any type of the energy, so I can have it for a treat. So there we go. That was the knockout. On the other side right now, he can go for 120. Couple Mega Turbos, I guess, or Max Elixirs and energy from hand. Maybe he can somehow strike for 220. Who knows? Well, there is a V Seeker for, and I'm definitely in a very good position right now. I just need, even if he managed to knock on my Darkrai, I just need another Double Dragon Energy so I can go with my Beastly Fang for 250 plus 10, actually 260, maybe even 270 with the Fighting Fury belt. So I don't see a reason how I can actually lose this match. So yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. Is there any kind of the... Oh, it's not. It's not. So yeah, I guess I can go just with my Dark Pulse for 210, and that's just insane. I have 2 more prize cards left, and there is 1 more Escape Rope. He have all EXs in play, which means that pretty much every Pokemon that I have on my bench as the attacker can pretty much knock on one of his Pokemons. Actually, it can't, but I have V-Seeker for Olympia, so I don't need to worry even about another maybe V-Seeker for Lysandre. So there's Mega Turbo, and that's going to be 5 energies in play, but still not enough, not even close. That's 150. Still he's short for like a 70. 3 more energies if he somehow wants to knock on my Darkrai. If he misses the opportunity to knock on my Darkrai, or even manage to get something like Enhanced Hammer, this game, unfortunately for my opponent, is over. But on the other side, I also have Escape Rope, so I can even Escape Rope down to my Salamence and strike for 210 with my Salamence. But I guess I'm gonna do that, just because I want to attack once with my Beastly Fang Salamence-EX, because it's so broken attack. I mean, it can strike for 210 so easily, and pretty much one hit knock on my opponent Mega Gardevoir for the last 2 prize cards. Okay, so let's do the game number 2. So looks like I'm gonna start second, but it really doesn't matter, I guess. I mean, in theory, that Beastly Fang turn 1 can happen, and it can be real deal, but looks like it's not gonna happen. Or it might happen if I start with the Hoopa in front. Maybe I can take the risk. Well, it's a game, so let's try to do that. Let's open with the Hoopa since we have Escape Rope. Maybe I'm gonna be able somehow to perform that crazy Beastly Fang turn 1 against my opponent Yveltal. We shall see. Probably right now my opponent asking himself, what the heck is going on the other side? Yeah, my friend, I just decided to take a huge risk here. I mean, it's all about a gamble. So, Ultra Ball for Team Flare Grunt and a V-Seeker. Okay, for the Hoopa. So, right now I can go for 110. Since I have Escape Rope, probably I will take 2 prize knockouts if I can find Double Dragon Energy and Max Elixir against my opponent. Oh, that's gonna be definitely a third one hit knockout. All I really need is Ultra Ball for Shaymin, Trainers Mail for Max Elixir, and everything else. No worry, I guess. Okay, Trainers Mail. Let's see, what are you gonna find with the Trainers Mail XP share? Okay, something similar to my deck list, I guess, but I still don't see Giratina or Salamence. It's pretty much the Turbo Darkrai on the other side. Oh, look at the top deck. That was the best top deck I could get, I guess. So, 1 Ultra Ball. And of course it's gonna be for the Shaymin. So, before... I actually don't want to play Shaymin. I don't want to play Trainers Mail yet. First I want to get 4 cards, then Trainers Mail for Max Elixir, I guess. Greater chance to find Max Elixir. Trainers Mail, give me that Max Elixir. Come on, give me that Max Elixir. Oh gosh, no sign of the Max Elixir, but I have another chance to hit one, since there is another Ultra Ball sitting in my hand. Of course it's gonna be for Darkrai and for the Darkness Energy, and for another Shaymin of 5. Come on, Max Elixir, come on, be the good one. Come on, Shaymin, give me that Max Elixir. You know I need it. I have that Escape Rope sitting in my hand, but I simply can't get Max Elixir yet. Oh gosh, Trainer's Mail for Max Elixir. Yes, but will there be energy right now? We shall see. It's all about this Max Elixir right now. Ah, gosh, no energy. I guess I got burned here. Definitely. What to do next? I guess I want to pass my turn. Probably... If there was just the energy, I would take easy 2 prize knockout against my opponent. Probably Shaymin-EX, maybe even Hoopa. But I didn't. At least next turn I can Escape Rope, I can attach energy from hand, force my opponent to promote one of his EXs in front, took a 2-prize knockout with my Salamence Beastly Fang. Turn after that tries to find maybe another way. Oh, Dark Pulse. Okay, so I don't even need to play Escape Rope right now. I can just Olympia, heal 30, and knock out his Darkrai. That's just insane. That Beastly Fang is just insane. Really it is. I mean, that's probably one of the most broken attacks that I ever seen so far in the last couple of years. I mean, Night Spear was a very broken for 3 energies, but this is for 2 energies. This is for any kind. This Pokemon can go in any kind of the deck that actually use the advantage of the fairy energies. I mean, it's just insane how good this card is. So that was an easy knockout. Easy knockout. And next turn I can have another easy knockout, or maybe not. Well, that Team Fragrant actually surprised me a little bit. But at least I can Escape Rope down to my baby Yveltal, for example. Alright, so the top deck XP Share, which is not that bad card. That is for sure. Let's go with one Escape Rope. That's the only thing I can do right now. And it makes only sense here. So Escape Rope, probably down to his... Oh, Hoopa. Okay. And I can go with my Oblivion Wing. And also for that Hex Maniac, since I didn't play support this turn, just in case if he managed to get that Shaymin for the setup. That's not gonna work. Alright, so 1 Darkness Energy down to my Giratina, so I might be even able to use that Chaos Wheel. Maybe. So far, I'm just looking forward to attack with my Oblivion Wing for 30, 30, 30. A few more turns. Nice top deck. It was a Darkrai, but it's not useful so far. Another Oblivion Wing for 30. No energy in my discard pile. Can't do nothing. At this moment, I'm hoping to get that Sycamore for 7. I already discarded one of my Darkrai's, so basically so far I don't have another attacker except for my Salamence and for the Giratina. This is a Ultra Ball, of course, for the Shaymin-EX and for the extra setup of 4 cards. So 4 more cards for my opponent. And will he be able to get a Floatstone? Use the advantage of the Floatstone, retreat down to his Darkrai and go with that Dark Cloak for... Oh, there's Olympia, so even better. Olympia down to baby Yveltal, so he can go for 30 with the Oblivion Wing. I'm just thinking about striking with my Darkness Blade for 100. Oh, there's Escape Rope, but unfortunately it's not usable. It's not, so I'm striking with my Darkness Blade for 100. If it's a Tails, I can't attack next turn, so it's a Heads. Okay, that's definitely good. I decide to go for the 100 because with the Oblivion Wing next turn I can just knock out his Yveltal for 30. In case that he just don't decide to retreat. Oh, there's a Central Lady, still I can do knockout. Still I can do the knockout, expect for the retreat, of course, down to the Darkrai, so that will change things a little bit. So I'm thinking about promoting in the active spot. Who's gonna go in the active position? I don't know. I guess I can go with any of my Pokemons here. It really doesn't matter too much because I have that Escape Rope. Top deck for me is gonna be just a Max Elixir. Okay, I guess I can use the advantage of the Max Elixir here. No energy for me. Escape Rope definitely. Down to who? Down to Hoopa, I guess. Down to Hoopa, of course. I want to preserve my attackers, and I can just pass the turn. If there was at least 1 Darkness Energy, that would change the things by a lot. And he plays the Hex Maniac, which means that he might just decide to go with, okay, Dark Pulse for the knockout. 150, which means that it's definitely time right now for my Beastly Fang Salamence to be promoted in the active position, and I just need Double Dragon Energy for another knockout against his Darkrai. Trainers Mail for Sycamore, of course. Yep, that's gonna happen. So just a Double Dragon Energy, and the Darkrai is just knocked out. It's gonna be just knocked out, but looks like that's not gonna happen. Looks like that's not gonna happen, so I can try with my Max Elixir. At least there is 1 Darkness Energy. I can't retreat yet, but next turn I might be able to retreat. Yeah, that's for sure, so I'm passing my turn. Oh my gosh, I'm passing my turn, unfortunately, so next turn I can go with another V-Seeker for the Sycamore, and that's probably the thing I'm gonna do, because I want to knock out his Darkrai with a single shot. So far he can go for 150, he needs 2 more energies for the knockout, and I don't know if he's capable to find them, or maybe just the Trainers Mail for the Lysandre and Lysandre for the Shaymin. So I guess N is the best thing I can do next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I don't need to think too much. I don't need to think too much. That's gonna be N, definitely. First, I'm gonna play my Ultra Ball for Enhanced Hammer and Delinquent to see how many resources I have. I have enough resources. I definitely need to put my Giratina down to the bench. And I need to pray for the best. And the best is double Dragon Energy. Nope, I was not able to find one. What can I do in this situation? Not too much. I actually made a mistake here, I must say that. I should promote my Darkrai in the front and hope to get basically double Dragon Energy so I can retreat and knock out his Darkrai. And I actually didn't do that, and that will cost me probably the victory here. Maybe not. I mean, I can still use the V-Seeker if I can get somehow. No, he had a V-Seeker for the Lysandre. Well, that's a GG. He had that V-Seeker for the Lysandre after I end him down to 1 card. Well, that's just broken. But okay, it's the part of the game, so I lost. Okay, so the game number 3. So let's take a look at the game number 3. I was very close in that game number 2 for the win, I guess, but that V-Seeker was just way too much. I can definitely tell that. If there was a no V-Seeker, I guess I could go maybe for that double Dragon Energy retreat down to my Giratina Chaos Wheel, and maybe for the V-Seeker and Lysandre to my opponent Shaymin on the bench, but unfortunately that didn't happen. So right now I'm waiting my opponent to load the game, so we can basically start with the game number 3. Okay, so I'm starting with the Darkrai in the front, Salamence, and 2 Max Elixirs. Okay, that's gonna be so interesting. And it will also depend on my top deck. I'm just thinking about putting the Salamence in the front and the Darkrai on the bench, because I can have double Dragon Energy attached to my Salamence and 2 Max Elixirs down to my Darkrai, Enhanced Hammer and Fighting Fury Belt. And with the top deck Darkness Energy, I can still use the advantage of the Beastly Fang, so I guess that's okay decision for me. Probably Volcanion on the other side, which means that a lot of Volcanion EXs are gonna be on the other side, so Beastly Fang should probably go for one hit knockout against my opponent easily. Maybe even not. Okay, there is Hoopa, so that's the first Pokemon EX for my opponent. First 50 more damage for that Beastly Fang, so 3 more EXs, 150 more. There we go, so 210 is the base damage for the Beastly Fang so far. Alright, 1 Max Elixir. 1 Max Elixir, 1 Fire Energy. So another Max Elixir. I would love to see Escape Rope as a top deck for me. Really, I would. Okay, 2 copies of Max Elixirs, turn 1 for my opponent, 1 copy of Fighting Fury Belt, and maybe N. Can you play maybe N? Shaymin for a huge setup of 5 extra cards. Okay, that's big. I mean, that's 260 for the Beastly Fang so far. 8 Pokemons, 400 damage. Imagine Salamence against Mega Rayquaza. That's just a chaos disruption. So that's Fighting Fury Belt. That's the Max Elixir. No sign on the energy number 1. Max Elixir number 2. Well, there is 1 energy. Okay, not that bad. And of course, I'm gonna put 1 Darkness energy down to my active Salamence and pass the turn. Don't want to play Double Dragon energy because it's kind of risky of the Enhanced Hammer. You never know if your opponent can get his Enhanced Hammer, so I didn't want to take a risk. There is a Trainer's Mail. I hope it's gonna be for N. I mean, for me, the best top deck is gonna be any kind of the Drought Supporter, or at least maybe Shaymin, or even better, Lysandre for the one easy nugget against his Volcanion-EX on the bench. So far, no energies in his discard pile, which is a good sign, but also no energies for the Steam Up. As long as I can avoid those Steam Ups and crazy amount of damage to my Salamence-EX, I might be able to take 2 prizes, knocking out 2 of my opponent Volcanions. But probably that's not gonna happen because he already managed to pull 2 Steam Ups. That's gonna be 80 damage for the Power Heater so far, and that means only one thing. 1 more energy next turn from his hand for that. Steam Up and Volcanic Hit will do enough damage counters to knock out my Salamence-EX. That's unfortunately not good news for me, I guess. So 80 damage and 3 energies on that Volcanion-EX with the Fighting Fury Belt. I can't complain against my top deck, which was a Sycamore for 7. Delinquent Ultra Ball, Pokémon Ranger. Yeah, definitely 1 Ultra Ball. For 1 Giratina. For 1 Hoopa, so I can get Giratina and Shaymin here. Let's go with 2 copies of Shaymins. I can maybe even retreat here down to my baby Volcanion, but I already attached the energy, so let's first see what I can find with the Shaymin for 2. Maybe... okay, maybe not. It's gonna be Beastly Fang. 1 Beastly Fang for 270. It is how it is. At least I can take 1 prize, and first prize here, which is advantage definitely for me. Next turn I can go with Baby Yveltal in the front, and definitely I'm gonna do that. Still, he is... no, he is actually able to go for 140 plus 80, that's 220. So even without additional energy for the Steam Up, he can axe me out. And took 2 prize cards, so there we go. Steam Up, number 1. Not sure why, but okay. He can do that if he wants. It's gonna be 170. Good thing is that I can immediately recycle back my Salamence into my deck. So I have that Super Rod sitting in my hand. Who is gonna be the active one for me? Baby Yveltal, I guess. It can add 1 extra energy to my Pokemon on the bench. Oh, what a nice top deck. Ultra Ball. Well. Ultra Ball for, let's say, 2 Darkness energies. Yep. For 2 Darkness energies. For that Salamence. Do we want to take a risk? Yes, we want to take a risk. Shaymin for 5. What do I need here? Max Elixir and Escape Rope. Max Elixir is here, but will there be Escape Rope? No! Okay, another V-Seeker for Sycamore. Let it be good one. Let it be good one. Come on, give me that Escape Rope and Max Elixir, and of course, energy with the Max Elixir. Again, 1 piece of puzzle is missing here. That's not good. That's definitely not good. I'm gonna pass my turn. Or maybe I can even put better Parallel City in play. So I can reduce the damage for 20. Those 20 damage might be crucial. And I will discard both Shaymins from my bench and one Hoopa and one Giratina. And still I can't attack. And of course he's gonna get rid of his Shaymins and Hoopa. And that's it. I'm passing my turn. I'm done. I can't do anything else. Next turn, maybe next turn something I can pull, but this turn, nope, unfortunately I can't. That Max Elixir, I really don't have luck. If there was at least Max Elixir for the energy, I could just play Olympia, retreat down to my Salamence, and from nowhere surprise my opponent, knocking out his Volcanion and leaving him without attacker for next turn. I mean, he even can't attack right now without the energy and the possibility to retreat, play Escape Rope, switch, or maybe even Pokémon Ranger, so it's still not that bad. It will depend on what he can get. It will depend on what he can get. So let's just sit and wait. I mean, he discarded 2 copies of Escape Rope and he managed to get Pokémon Ranger, but at least that Pokémon Ranger, it's not gonna be for the knockout. It's gonna be for the knockout, but it's not gonna be for 2 price knockout. Volcanic hit for 140. And let's just see something. 1, 2, 3, 4 EXs. Beastly Fang is gonna be for 210. Beastly Fang is gonna be for 210, unfortunately. But the good thing is that I can always end my opponent. I wish I had something like Lysandre, so I could go for 2 prize knockout, but unfortunately I didn't. 2 Trainers Mails, maybe for another Max Elixir, just a maybe. Yeah, I can definitely take that. Enhanced Hammer, so I can discard it next turn because I don't need it simply. Let's use that Center Lady for now. Beastly Fang, a huge Beastly Fang for 210, but that Fighting Fury Belt, short for 10, my friends. So hopefully next turn is gonna be a little bit better. If I attempt to play Escape Rope, probably just a non-EX attacker should be promoted for my opponent in the front. So I just don't want to do that. I'm just waiting. There is another Volcanion EX. Can he get another Ranger or the V-Seeker for Ranger? Yes, he can. So it's gonna be another even better Olympia. Oh, that's nice. Heal 30, play Olympia, go for 130, energy retrieval. Oh no, it's gonna be for the knockout. Jeez, that's the game here. Really it is. That's the game. 160 and 1 more energy, 190. No, you gotta be kidding me. Oh no. I guess I can still pull something out here, but I can definitely tell it's not gonna be that easy. It's not gonna be that easy. Since I have N in my hand, I can end my opponent down to 1 and hope for the best. Hope for the best, and the best is the energy and the Fighting Fury Belt, of course. And I managed to get both. So Fighting Fury Belt, energy, and even that Pearl City, so he can strike for 20 less, and it's gonna be like 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. But 90 damage times 2, it's gonna be enough for the knockout, so I might still pull something out here. It will depend on the end and the top deck for my opponent. It's not even close matchup here because he have that V-Seeker, and it's a V-Seeker for Sycamore. It's a V-Seeker for Sycamore. That's just insane. I have another V-Seeker for end next turn. It will depend if my opponent can attack this turn. He simply cannot afford himself to retreat to another 180 damage Volcanion EX, so there's Max Elixir. He desperately needs to power up another Volcanion, hopefully, and luckily that Max Elixir was no energy, because of course 7 energy is already in play and 2 in his discard pile, so that's 9 in total. But with 15 cards and probably 12 energies or 11, he probably had 1 or 2 more energies in his deck, so that Max Elixir was very, very clunky. And he decided to retreat, because he can actually finish the game by knocking me out with his Volcanion, or even better with 2 energies, actually 3 energies here. For the... okay, that was the second one. So far, Volcanic hit is going to be a huge 180. I need to think twice. My best bet here is definitely N, because after I knock him out, he actually needs too many resources. He needs first 1 energy to be able to power up Volcanion, and second thing that he needs anything as the top deck, pretty much anything. So I see my chance right now here. So I'm gonna use that Dark Pulse, which is gonna be enough for the knockout, and I can take the 2 prize cards, and hopefully my opponent does not have anything in his hand. 2 Trainers Mails are definitely gonna help me a little bit. So he needs energy for the Power Heater, and then he needs 2 more energies for that Steam Up, and that didn't happen. So can I somehow find a Lysandre? We shall see. First thing I'm gonna do, definitely I'm gonna play 2 Sycamores with the Ultra Ball for the Giratina. However, I need that Max Elixir so badly. Center Lady is a good one. Center Lady is a good one. And a Trainer's Mail for the Max Elixir. Give me that Max Elixir so I can have that energy for sure. Story of my life. That's not gonna happen, folks. But what can I do here? Attach Double Dragon Energy, of course, and play that Delinquent. It makes a lot of sense, but what if I just go with my Center Lady and heal 60 damage? Makes more sense, I guess. So Dark Pulse for 20, 40, 90, 130, and not for the knockout, so 2 prize cards for me, and I just looking for that Lysandre. Close. Okay, 130, Double Dragon Energy 150, 170, so 170, from nowhere I'm actually getting back, and I kinda like that. So I can even take the risk next turn playing that V-Seeker for N. Getting something like the Max Elixir for the last energy for the knockout. So right now I have 120 damage, which means that I have 100 more HP left, and he needs too many resources. He definitely needs Volcanion energy for 20 and 3 more energies for 3 Steam Ups. And that's definitely not that easy. In translation, he needs 4 energies, but he has 10 in his discard pile. And only Fisherman can actually save the day. He managed to get Sycamore, and I think he discarded a energy. No, he didn't discard energy retrieval, of course, he would play that. Okay, Rough Seas. Rough Seas can heal 30, that's the big one, but I don't have Lysandre, so I guess I don't care too much. Fighting Fairy Belt will allows him to... okay, there is energy. He managed to find energy, so it's going to be for 20 more damage. Maybe even for 50, maybe even for 80. Just for the 20, but he can add 2 more energies. One of each to his, one of another Volcanions. Whew, that's very close. Which means that somehow he can actually finish me next turn. Oh, what a nice top deck. Max Elixir, of course, is going to be for energy. Not for the 1, but actually for 2 of them. Down to Darkrai, Double Dragon Energy, and what to do next. What to do next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go with Escape Rope. I simply need to do that. Don't have another option. I have V-Seeker for Delinquent. And I'm thinking about that Delinquent, to be honest. Maybe he don't know that I have Delinquent, but why not better N? Why not better N, so I can end him down to like 1 card again. I can go with my Darkrai for the knockout, of course. And it's just all about next top deck for my opponent. There is 180 damage. Next turn I can go for even more. But will there be Lysandre? Nope. Lysandre was the last prize. Lysandre is the last prize. And of course, only chance for him right now is basically to promote his Volcanion-EX. Strike me once, but he's not going to be able to strike me twice. Simply. So I'm down to one prize, and this game is all in right now. It's just all in. It will depend on the top deck. If he can find energy and a V-Seeker for the Lysandre, of course, he's going to be a winner. But if he can't, then I can just retreat down to my Giratina, maybe go with the Chaos Wheel, or I could just stay with my Darkrai in the front and go with my Dark Pulse for 200. It's just insane. I played all resources already, I don't have nothing, so a V-Seeker for Sycamore. Okay, that's just insane. That's just insane. Alright, so energy retrieval for 2 energies. One is gonna be for that... Okay, energy attachment for the attack, and the second one is going to be for the volcanic hit, actually for the steam up. And will there be one more energy for the steam up? Ultra Ball. Is that Ultra Ball for Shaymin? No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, that's 170, so he's still short for 10. A Float Stone. 170. You gotta be kidding me. Which means that he can retreat next turn and knock me out. So, what can I do here? Not too much, I guess. How many V-Seekers? He played 4 V-Seekers, okay. 2 energy retrievals. He can still pull from nowhere Fisherman, I smell that. So I'm thinking about retreat down to my Giratina. Energy attach and Chaos Wheel for 100, but the problem is I'm probably going to run out of my resources before my opponent can run out of his resources. I didn't want to take a risk yet. So he definitely needs to retreat if he wants to survive, because next turn I can go for 20, 40, 60, 80, 110. Well, still I'm going to be short for 10. I don't know if there's a Fisherman. I really missed the opportunity to get the Lysandre. Of course he can heal, and there's a Fisherman, as I mentioned it. So, yep, I actually did a good call. That I just decided to retreat down to my Giratina instead of the Darkrai, but the problem is that I have only 2 cards left. He passes the turn, and I managed to pull a Escape Rope. Will that Escape Rope be enough for the knockout? 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 140, 160, 180. Yes, it will. It will be enough for the knockout. So that Escape Rope actually saves the day. Really, it was. Really, it does. So that Escape Rope, that was a big deal. That Escape Rope saves the day, so double Escape Rope brings me the victory here, and I'm more than happy. So, of course, Volcanion with the Float Stone, but I can go with my Dark Pulse for 190, and that's going to be enough for the knockout against his Volcanion-EX, and for the last prize, which was a Lysandre. So, my friends, once again, thanks a lot for watching this video. It was definitely very intense, a last and final battle with this deck test. I'm more than happy with the deck. It works pretty good. Maybe just a little tweaks should be maybe performed, like one Float Stone or something like that, but pretty much else works just fantastic. I'm very happy and I'm very satisfied with the deck. I should go with 9 of 10 for this build. Kind of like it, so you should definitely try it by yourself and see how good really is. That game number 2 was, I guess, bad start, but it's still the game. I mean, probably from the 10 games you should won 8 of 10 with this build. I'm more than 100% positive, especially against those heavy EX decks. But yeah, it works just pretty good. So once again guys, I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more future videos. As always, if you have any questions, don't forget to leave comments below. So till the next time, have a nice day, see you in the next video, and good